Now, let me try to read and show you this here symbol, but once again here in Daniel. Connect this part with Daniel. This is the first trigger part of World War III, which will go also in Revelation chapter 13. All these, I have to say these here things because this is where it have to go and match. As you want to go, these words God spoke before Jesus was born, his father and son combo, as they worked one with other. This is earthquake. He's showing us how people would do when they are hungry. And America is going to be likewise when this tribulation comes upon us. There's going to be starvation everywhere. Thirsty because the waters, the rivers, going to be dried up. It's going to be turned to blood. And this was when you know you have been cursed by God. CIA is going to be the strategist. He do not serve God, but he tells lies after lies after lies. So you can believe a lie, but you believe a truth. I'm gonna read this one more time because this is the knocking down of the Twin Tower Trade Center building. In the 3rd year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me, Daniel, after that, which appeared unto me at the first. And I saw it a vision, and it came to pass when I saw that I was at Shushan, and the palace which is in the province of Elam. And I saw in a vision, and I was by the river of Ulai. Then I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, there stood I saw, and behold, there stood before the river a ram, which had 2 horns, and the 2 horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. That ram here. There's no way. I put this here there, showed you. There's no way this high one gonna come up last, and this is short one. So it tells you something. This was bin Laden that God had sent. He did send him because I had a vision. He showed me him. This was that because they was not letting them people buy and sell their goods on their own land. The United States created a provocation for war. The ram itself was Afghanistan. It was Afghanistan. So what this telling us now? But one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him, neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand. But he did according to his will, and became great. And as I was considering, behold, an eagle came forth from the west, off the face of the earth, the whole earth, and touched not the ground, and the eagle had a notable horn between its eyes. This was the B-52 bomber. Had a notable horn between its eyes, the air intel. And this is the bomb that came. Didn't touch the ground. Let me know this was a flying machine. Oh, 9/11 hit this here because they can't God to send the man over here and knock down the trade center. You know, he said it on national TV. They said that. So we can't say it. Bin Laden did it when it's part of our props. And America somehow done got over there and can't. Because what done happened is they're used to shedding blood, taking what they want, because that's what it tells you there in the prophecy about, which is also a combination there. So what they did is, in order to stay afloat, in order to feed their people, in order to keep their industries, they need the crude oil over there. And what happened is, it ain't Afghanistan, it's China who they're worried about. Them and the American army, there's be a pathway to them to take that because they is in desperate mood to take this oil. But they want to take the oil and occupy God's kingdom there and use that oil and rule the world from there. And they be the sellers of the robbers of them people, and they'll say, well, this is what we'll do. And what they'll do, they will exterminate people that they don't like, The black people will be the first to come out. I said this, and I'm started saying this. This is what's the intent. His intent is to stop China from coming through there so he can occupy it. Find an excuse why he's over there. But it's coming to an end now. Because when all of those nations over there take on a law they call democracy, all of them that willingly they take on it, some of the innocents going to be slain. Some of them will not. But he's going to take and bring the locals up on that land by allowing them. And it's going to be massive starvation. And the United States is not going to be able to take care of these people. Neither the United Nations is going to be able to take care of these people because they would have to file their government when they had taken and did away with the law of Moses and taken on the law called democracy. This is what happened. He got everybody connected to him so he could rule the world. He's going to take the bad of earth, and the Gentiles who was not in the book of life, the rich and the famous, they are the ones that have made it in their heart using the CIA as their pilot, who go out and create these narratives and pitfalls for the peoples of the world to get at a justification to slay and murder all these people in the name of peace. But he's robbing these people in the process. Sitting up in him a haven, and when he come in, and just like that man was crawling, I seen him crawling down under the rubble yesterday. You see one or two there ruling all of them, but he said this is a sovereign nation. They're ruling their own. It's the same thing that we seen happening in Iraq. Once they got in Iraq, they taken and building and start building embassies. This is no sign they're gonna come back. It shows you an intent. When they go in Iraq and Afghanistan, it's no sign they're coming back because they're sending more troops. So now God has began to make war on the entire earth. He's going to take every nation that have taken on this law, because in Job 1 and 2, where he said Satan was walking to and fro, he was troubled. That means he hadn't conquered every nation. Every nation, many nations were still following this law of democracy. And so these people are going to be cursed because they're going to have tribulation is going to come from them. And somebody, false prophet, is going to be saying, this is not the work of God. And I showed this to reveal this to you in Ezekiel chapter 9, that he marked those peoples in their forehead who was going to be killed and not who was going to be spared. Whether he come by way of tornadoes, earthquake, it's going to be a massive starvation. It's going to be something devastating that caused these people to all have to depend on resource, and they're not going to have a resource because God will be the shelter, windows, and the doors of heaven, that it will not rain on the earth, neither give air upon the earth, neither will the food grow. There will be no food in the vine. The herd will be shut off from the stalk. All of these things is true. This is what it is. And God will turn us over to the God that we serve. That's the reason God gave me a responsibility to talk. That's the reason I have to defend this gospel. When somebody says something that's not true against this, to try to tell people that God, I don't believe God done this here to that. Why don't they stick to what they're done and let the peoples make the decision for them? You can't be a foolish person on this side and preach the gospel on this side. You either got to be one or another. You either got to be foolish or talk with wisdom. You can't be both foolish and wisdom, having wisdom at the same time. You're a deceiver. Your identity follows your pattern. These are the ones that was caught over there in this nation over there, and a lot of them know it. They cannot gain their composure because their government sold them out. They can't have peace because the government has sold them out. They is living under the realm of a law that have been cursed by God from the foundation. Therefore, God is taking and destroying some of the people in Haiti because of their lifestyle. Thank you and goodbye.